rest of this video is garbage. On to the last one. And lastly, weighing in at everybody is probably really tired of this joke pounds. The snooty with the robo-booty. Yes, I'm totally just commentating a jar at this point. Robot!
Just a robot. Now I know some of you are probably sick of me talking about this subject, but don't worry, after this I'm gonna go back to what I normally do.
Oh, by all means, please continue. This shit is entertaining for days.
But for now, I'm going to be talking about the commentary community. If you haven't seen part 1 yet, I highly recommend you go see it. But for those of you who have already seen it, allow me to do a quick little recap.
For those of you who have seen it, let me reiterate the same shit you already watched. Nope, not today.
Now I have known about the commentary community for some time. In fact, they were the first community I ever came across that actually did research so they could back their statements up with evidence. And that was very attractive to me.
God damn you! Can't be making a robot blush in front of me. Johnny 5 is adorable, motherfucker!
The long line of modifications is a perfect example of consistency, something a few other organizations like Nike and Gatorade lack.
My god, the Nike logo is the epitome of consistency. It has not changed once. Ever. Yes, the business name was removed at some point, but the logo never changed. Based on that flawed logic, there's a lack of consistency for the logo histories of Shell, Kentucky Fried Chicken, NBC, Apple, Texaco, Chevrolet, General Electric, McDonald's, Buick, Prudential, Volkswagen, Mercedes. Do I really need to continue here?
But eventually, the commentary community started dying off, and I discovered other YouTubers who also did research to back their statements up with evidence. So I was very surprised when I ran into them again. But unfortunately, they went way downhill.
Almost like, as your name for them implies, they are new to the community, as in not directly affiliated with the old community, and are effectively video babies.
Now, the old commentary community would nitpick a lot, but the neo commentary community is on a whole new level. They complain about the tiniest things, like black borders.
Okay, before we start, I want to start this by saying that the fact that this video exists is a problem in itself.
You're goddamn right.
Anyways, if you happen to watch Ski Hound, or heck, watch my video on YouTube Dude 101, you'd somewhat know of a concept we jokingly labeled hashtag Black Borders Matters. You hear that? It was a joke!
Oh, okay. So you're not serious. It's just a joke.
That at the very least I should clarify some confusion that people have with the Black Borders complaint. Black Borders Matters is a suggestion, not a requirement.
Hold on a second. I thought you said it was a joke.
Hear that? It was a joke!
Is it a joke or is it a suggestion? You can't have it both ways.
Yes, you can. Suggestions can be worded as jokes. Furthermore, it was the hashtag that was actually the joke. Telling a person to maybe spruce up the appearance of their videos is good to start with, but people tend to respond better to a video when you make a joke rather than if you just tell them, this looks bad, get good. Like, if I made a joke about your avatar being glued to a wall, I'd be making light of the fact that there are no views of your character from any angle other than the front, but I'm also passively aggressively telling you to get more angles of your character. I had to fucking guess on the thumbnail, god damn you!
If you for one reason or another are unable or don't want to remove black borders, neither Ski Hound or I will lynch you for doing so.
You say this, yet Ski Hound did an entire video on Doodletones just to complain about the black borders.
But anyway, Doodletones sent me a video asking if it was good. The answer to that is yes and no, so let's do this shit.
So, this is a thing I've had for quite some time. I've had the script written and looked at by 10 people now for a little over a month. That's personally longer than I like spending on things.
Okay, honestly, this is all I need to explain all the problems I have with this video. Starting with problem number 1, namely, the fucking black borders, Jesus Christ.
If you're wondering if I think black borders matter, I actually do. My video looks a lot better like this than if it looked like this.
Weird, it's almost like presentation matters.
But to make an entire video about one mistake and make a hashtag about it too, just seems a little bit sad to me. Couldn't you just point this mistake out in a comment, or tell Doodle over Skype?
Yep, he could! It's almost like people don't generally make videos exclusively to point this out, and this is a particular situation because nobody else on the CC has done this. Probably made even weirder by the fact that Ski Hound's apparently in with the alt CC to bow, but what the fuck ever.
I'm pretty sure you have her on Skype.
Like, okay, I get that it's not the end of the fucking world, but why is it still an issue with YouTube videos in fucking 2016?
It's the current year! It's the current year! Now, I'm not gonna lie, Skihound does make a few good arguments in this video.
Pretty much every fucking editor under the sun, including movie makers, support shit like 720 and 1080p. There's really no excuse for your video to not be full screen. And yeah, it doesn't make it unwatchable, but honestly, look me in the eye and tell me this doesn't make my video look worse.
Now, I do agree, presentation issues are important, and if you see someone with black borders in their video, you should point it out. But like I said before, flipping your shit and making an entire video about one little thing just seems like you're going a bit too far.
As evidenced by this literal one guy doing this, who's apparently part of the Alt-CC. God, I'm not getting into this dumbassery.
Now, the whole black borders thing did cause quite a lot of controversy in the Neo commentary community.
Ha! Only if you gave a shit about it.
Sure, I can personally admit that there is a lot of problems with the CC community. But you know what? You can find problems with any community anywhere.
I really hate it when people say this. Yeah, our community has problems, but so does every other community. You'll never solve any problems with an attitude like that.
Of course not, but I don't know, is separating yourself from that community and creating a lot of in-community drama for no real reason gonna do much else? Sure, it's just my opinion here, but you can improve a community from the inside. If you don't want to be associated with the community, then that's fine and dandy. I barely get associated with the CC as is, and I only indulge in the drama because it's fun to watch the worms squirm. But how exactly is identifying yourself as something else going to solve the problems that already exist? I mean, really.
You guys seem to have very conflicting ideas in some cases. As an example, some of you want Doodletones to stop making commentaries altogether, when some of you just want her to change her way.
And that's one of my favorite things about the Alt-CC, the diversity of opinions. We do disagree on a lot of things, but one thing we all agree on is that a hive mind mentality is bad.
They've got a hive mind. No, they've got a hive mind. No, it's them. Are y'all really so fucking dumb that you can't recognize that the fans of a person will usually jump to their aid or share in particular opinions? These guys are of a hive mind because they attacked Dylan for disagreeing with Doodletones. Those guys are of a hive mind because they all act like the CC is the worst thing ever. Fuck, you're all a bunch of crying babies. My ovaries can't decide if they want to swell or shrivel.
My next question is, how does one join this community? Are there certain requirements like a sub amount, or what type of commentaries you do? Because I've actually been interested in joining myself. Because all I really am is just an artist with a bunch of ideas, but mainly political ideas that seem to contradict the current SJW mentality.
There are a few guidelines, like don't leak private information, but other than that, all you need to do is make commentaries and be a free thinker.
Does anybody else think that it's kind of weird that you have to be accepted into a group like the Alt-CC? And how is free thinkers supposed to be defined? I'm sure Nihilistic Snake and Illogical Reaper consider themselves to be free thinkers. You guys gonna let them in? So effectively, this is a group where you guys have to agree to some extent to liking a person enough to let them into the circle. Remind me again why this isn't all just really dumb.
Do I need a certain way of communicating with you? Like, do I need a Skype, a Facebook, or a Twitter?
You can use any of those. Just pick which ones you want to use.
Little vague, considering he would have to know which of those accounts people already predominantly use in order to effectively communicate with active members.
Is there certain rules for this commentator community? Like, you don't betray your own member by doing a commentary on that member. Are you supposed to have a certain political standpoint?
It doesn't matter what your political standpoint is. And just because you're a part of the same group as I am, doesn't mean I won't talk about you. For example, Skihound is a part of the Alt-CC, but I still talked about him.
Weird. What a novel concept. Can't imagine another community that does commentaries who might do the same thing.
I will now be talking about, Yankee Doodle Dandy Tones. A common criticism I do hear about the Alt-CC is we talk about Doodletones too much, and I somewhat agree. But the thing is, Doodletones is one of the most popular members in the Neo-CC. She's pretty much the face of the Neo-CC at this point.
Yeah, okay, if you say so.
She also has a ton of controversy surrounding her, like her alleged diaper fetish.
The fact that people legitimately believe that Doodletones had some kind of a diaper fetish is so monumentally stupid that it's almost not even worth talking about, but this is the guy surviving the internet, and we cover internet history, so we have to talk about it. Needless to say, everybody ran with it, and it earned her the embarrassing nickname Doodle Diapers. And no, I don't know who came up with that. It was either Jesus with Bazooka 79 Lives or some other stupid troll, I don't know.
It's pretty obvious that Mr. Medicare came up with the name, and he did have a reason for it.
Mental illness? What could possibly have made your grandmother think you have a mental illness? Oh, maybe is it that? ABDL, Adult Baby Diaper Lover Role-Playing Group? Doodletones, or should I call you by your proper name? Doodle Diapers. Doodle Diapers, do you get off on shitting yourself?
Oh no's! Alleged controversies surrounding someone that in no way affect anybody else, nor do they affect the quality of her content. The very horror! Guys, oh god, I have premarital sex! My rheumatologist thinks I have an eating disorder! I am irreparably obsessed by dead things, fetishes, and pedophilia! I liked the Wicker Man remake with Nicolas Cage! Oh, the controversy!
There's more evidence to support that she has a diaper fetish. She drew one of her characters in a diaper, and yes, I do understand that it was on a dare, but you shouldn't do something just because someone dares you to do it, unless of course you want to do it.
Or you're not perturbed by the notion and it doesn't negatively affect you in any way, shape, or form. Like, I draw fat commissions, and a couple inflation commissions. What do you want?
And I also believe she drew this picture. But it's kind of hard to tell, mainly because it's in MS Paint, and really, pretty much anyone could have made that.
For somebody who claims to have enjoyed the content of the previous CC, as well as the research done by political commentators, I am shocked by your lack of research. I mean, not really shocked because you seem like that kind of a person, but I've gotta play it up for the character, so...
Now, does Doodletones have a diaper fetish? The answer is, I don't know, and I don't care. If she does or does not, I wouldn't think any more or less of her.
Which is why it's so necessary to bring it up.
What I do have a problem with are the people saying, "Oh, what do you mean Doodle has a diaper fetish? Oh, where did you get that from?"
I'm kinda sick of the bitchware meme at this point. Also, considering the rest of this video is nothing to shake a leg at, I like how the only listed note of controversy is the alleged fetish. Guys, if you agree that you talk about Doodletones too much, and you have no real problem with her, then focus on the members of her fanbase that you find to be problematic. Boom. Problem solved.
There's no evidence to support that at all! I've said this multiple times, and I'll say it again. Doodletones, if you're watching this, I don't hate you. At all. Honestly, I'm more annoyed by your fanbase than you. You seem like a person who doesn't like drama, and you want it to end as soon as possible. But other commentators want it to keep going, and because of that, people blame you for it.
And I don't care about the rest of the video. Although I will say that it's kind of hilarious that throughout this video, Jars tries to explain why he doesn't like the Neo CC, justifying the creation of the Alt CC by citing specific things commentary makers do that he dislikes, only to then be like, Ski Hound, that guy who made a video exclusively about a nitpicky issue, who changes his avatar and whom has a commentary material playlist open to anyone for accessibility? Yeah, he cool, he with us. At the end of the day, everybody's a baby and I'm not ready to be a mom. Well, this is for cute little technopusses.